So, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
My name is Asbjørn. I've been working at ClueCon for half a year. I have a master in computer science.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, my name is Ken. I've been at ClueCon for approximately 3 years now, since the beginning actually. And yeah, I have a background in telecommunications.
So, are you both programmers or?
Yeah, I mostly build APIs. In my current job, I've been building APIs for a long time now. But yeah, I consider myself a programmer.
Yeah, I'm more of an infrastructure guy actually.
Okay.
So that's my main forte.
So, how did you come up with the idea for this? So we start off the day checking out the parts and getting a kit.
Actually, I started off getting told that I could order coffee by texting like those guys. And I was like, but I got a Danish SIM card. It's going to be really expensive coffee for me. So, and I actually complained to Brian about it, and he said, "Well, you're a developer. You got all these text messages APIs. So why don't you fix it?" So,
Okay.
so we realized that might be a fun thing to do. So that's kind of what we did.
Okay. So what was the first step?
I think it started on different steps. Ken worked on the dialogues and the button.
Yeah, I basically did the hardware and the bootstrapping of the Raspberry Pi.
Exactly.
We got it with an image on it, but we still had to
Install
to
stuff.
get Node.js on it and get it upgraded to the latest version and make it work. Build a proof of concept on the GPIO pins because we haven't tried that before. So that's
How was that process? Did you use an online example or a tutorial for the hardware?
So yeah, actually I googled the Spark from blog and I found some images of people who did set up dials and stuff, and I had electronic classes back in high school, so I remembered something of the things I learned way back, and I made it work. And interfacing the GPIO pins in Node.js is actually pretty straightforward. So there is an npm package you can require, and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, so it's cool.
Okay. So
while Ken was doing the GPIO stuff, I worked on actually using the flow route text messaging API and trying to solve that. Initially, I just thought it was just send one text message because I hadn't tried actually ordering the coffee. So I just thought, okay, I just send this text message and they'll bring my coffee. But it turns out it was a bit more complicated. I actually had to reply to the response, and that turned out the difficulty a bit. So somehow I had to get the response, and that actually took quite a while to solve that problem. I had several different solutions, but it was always about subscribing to some server that could receive the callback from flow route. So yeah.
So that sounds like one of the common problems of IoT is you have a device that's able to make outbound connections, but you have no idea if you can ever receive responses.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
okay.
That is a problem.
So it sounds like there's still room in IoT for having a server with no connections.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think IoT is highly dependent on some sort of cloud to do some heavy lifting.
And there's also this whole thing where IoT has been planned for not updating their firmware. So somehow the IoT producers they need to be able to contact their devices even though they're behind the firewall. So they definitely need some kind of connection, outbound connection.
Cool. So how did you actually find out that you had to do the SMS callback? Like that you had to do the response?
I sent a text message and I waited for my coffee, and it didn't arrive. So I went out there and talked to them.
Okay.
Like, where's my coffee, guys? And they said, we didn't see it. And we looked through the logs, and it turns out I actually had to respond.
And we failed a couple of times. So
Yeah.
We expected some things and had certain expectations, and they weren't true. So we had to adapt, and that actually made the solution more elaborate. And the end result is way better. So,
Were those expectations set by the documentation, or was it more of a expectations of like intuitively this is how you...
intuitive expectations, and then
Especially since there was no documentation. So
Mm.
I mean, the it's a human interface doing the text messages. You get a text message and there's no like IDs and stuff.
Right.
So which is why it also only can order one coffee at a time. You can't really know which ones are being responded to. So.
So it would actually, so when you were demoing it, had like 4 or 5 different LED states at the time. So I saw green blinking, green solid. Can you go into some of that process and what those messages were doing?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So-
We got the initial communication where we're actually ordering the coffee, which is being indicated by green flashing, where stuff is going good. And then when the order has been confirmed, we got, okay, this is a good state, so we got the green light.
So that confirm is you get the SMS call back and it routes through.
Exactly. It's actually confirming that, because the first text message, they ask for my seat number. The second text message, they confirm that they have received my order. And that's when the green light is, all right, so now we're just waiting for that. So, and the red blinking is like, we are still waiting for a response.
So we're waiting on the coffee to be delivered.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a progress indicator.
Yeah. And actually, if we do get a response that is not expected, it will be flashing, I think.
Yeah, the red diode will be flashing
Quickly.
So since we're extending the Maker Challenge again, and you guys aren't excluded, any ideas on how you could expand it and have more fun?
Yeah.
We discussed it this morning and last night too. So we would like to possibly extend it with a touchscreen. Make it possible for the user to enter the seat number instead of have it as a configuration parameter. And then we could also show the state in a more user-friendly way, because one of the callbacks we get from FlowRoute in this service is actually you have 2 minutes waiting time before we can deliver your coffee, or 4 minutes or whatever, so that we could display on the touchscreen and make it more user-friendly and easier to interact with.
I mean, then you could always like be able to change the target number. So maybe if someone else is allowing you to order coffee, you could like, then you could improve it so you can send text messages. You can like alter the text messages, and then suddenly you got like a text message form.
Have you found a way to investigate their API, maybe ordering beer instead of coffee, or?
No, we haven't, but that might be a good idea.
We have to try it.
And everything's on GitHub, so it's ready for inspection.
Is there anything that would have made it easier or more fun? So for next year?
It would have been easier if instead of a post message callback, if they had made like a WebSocket connection.
Okay.
Because WebSocket connections allow two-way communication, which would have removed the need for the QTT server. But and they actually said that they might do that.
Yeah, we discussed it with FlowRoute and 360, I think it was.
Yeah.
They actually picked up on it and said, "Oh, this is actually a great idea. We might consider doing that." So I hope they'll take it up, because I think it could solve some everyday problems we might be facing in our day jobs too. But we are trying to interface with third-party APIs. So.
Anything else from the Maker Challenge that could make it more fun and interesting for next year? From having gone through it?
I think it's been really nice. I mean, we had everything we needed. So.
Yeah, really. So we had another idea we wanted to implement on the Raspberry Pi. So we started building a free switch on it actually, and it took like 3 hours or so. so maybe some cross-compile binaries or something like that. So, it's easier to get started. I think that's a blocker for doing something with free switch on the Raspberry Pi. It's really time consuming.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys coming back next year?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Can't say anything for sure. But
Our boss decides.
Okay.
But hopefully when he sees this, it's going to be a t-shirt.
Well, you guys want to give a plug for your company? And
Yeah, sure. I mean, we deliver telecommunications for operators in Denmark.
Mhm.
We are expanding to other European countries now.
Mhm.
We have a vision voicemail product, which allows customers to listen to the voicemails through an app instead of calling the IVR.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it's you know you have the native visual voicemail on
Mhm.
iPhone, and we've basically extended that and made it even better.
And
That and cross-platform it is on iOS and Android, and this requires more in-depth interaction with the mobile network core. So we are in there with our platform based on free switch actually. So so that's basically what we do, and we have pretty good options on setting up diversions in the HLR and doing all sorts of stuff, saving messages in the cloud instead of having them sent to the device. And actually, the iOS version of Visual Voicemail, the native version, it's not encrypted in any way, so there's a huge security issue there. So, and our solution is totally secure all the way around, and in the pin security we do, and security tokens, everything. So we have a huge focus on that too, and that's really important issue, especially in Europe.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want a quick picture?